Hi, I'm Henry Howard, one of the coaches here at the Marathon Training Academy. I have coached runners, my athletes, any distance from 5K through marathon to ultras. And right now I have a question from Ellie, who is training for her very first 50K. Ellie says she's able to train on the actual course, which is always very helpful. And recently she ran 10 miles on the course and says for the next 2 days she was exhausted and drained of all energy. The course is pretty flat and it's in Pensacola, so when she went out, it was summertime, it was really hot even though it was only 6 a.m. It was about 80 degrees. Ellie would like any suggestions we can offer about future runs so she's not so exhausted after the fact. Ellie, I think the first thing to say is during your training, you're probably training 16, 18, 20, maybe even more weeks for the 50K. Don't worry about one run. Don't put too much stake in one run, whether it's a really good one or one that left you totally wiped out like this one did. It's a process. Keep showing up. It's about going out there and doing the work day after day, week after week, and you will get to where you need to be on race day. Let's not worry too much about it, but let's diagnose this run. So first thing that jumped out at me, it was hot. Nobody likes running in the heat. The heat probably took a big toll on you, whether you thought so at the time or not, and it probably plays into exactly why you felt so just trashed or beat up or exhausted for the days afterward. Another thing to consider is your stress level at the time. Were you super stressed out about work, about life, about family, about whatever it was? Stress can play a role, not just the physical stress in the training, but also the stress just in our daily lives. So maybe there's just a lot going on in your life at that time. Underfueling, it was definitely hot, so in this 10-mile run, it could have been that you were underfueled and you didn't, even though you did hydrate, you didn't quite have enough calories in you. That could have played into it. Look at your post-run recovery meal and making sure you're getting enough carbs and protein in there to help your body heal and recover. Another thing to look at is when you are training, even though this is a flat race, think about the hiking that you're going to be doing. And during a race, no one except the ultra elites are going to run the entire 50K. So one thing to do to practice in your training is walking, or power hiking as ultra runners call it. So 10 miles, you can run that anytime. I know you're a great athlete and you can get through that 10 miles. That's totally cool. But think about when you're doing these longer runs generally on your weekends, about adding some power hiking. This will also kind of teach your body to do that during race day when you're not going to run from point to point. That's a great time to get in hydration and nutrition, and then when you get back and you're ready to run again, you can keep going. Those are some of my tips. Again, don't worry about it. It's one run. You're going to have a lot of amazing runs and totally conquer that 50K. Learn from it and have a great 50K.